On average, 89.9% of college undergrad students involved in an extracurricular activity have a GPA higher than 2.0, while only 71.1% of students not involved in any extracurricular activities can say the same, according to a study done on the value of extracurricular activities on infographics.com. Not only is it proven that extracurricular activities can help a student's grades, but they can also serve many other benefits as well. I have researched the topic of the benefits of being involved in activities outside the classroom extensively, as well as felt the advantages of being involved myself. We are all in college and striving to compile the best resume possible to secure a job in a spot in graduate school or in the workforce, which is why everyone here should hear the rewards of being involved. Students should be involved in extracurricular activities while in college because they raise self-esteem, have a significantly positive impact on grades, and can help find and attain a job someone is truly passionate about. I plan to cover how joining a club, group, or organization at KU can help raise your self-esteem, which in turn will impact mental health, how grades are positively impacted by involvement, and how showing relevant experiences on a job application will make you more likely to be hired right out of college. Being involved in extracurricular activities raises self-esteem because a person can become a part of something they love or are truly good at. Belonging is one of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Humans are social beings and thrive when they can be in contact with others, developing relationships. According to a study done by Ty M. Cruz and colleagues in Project Muse, the energy students invest in social interactions directly influences the degree to which they are socially integrated in college life. When a student develops a sense of belonging to a certain organization, they feel more connected to the larger university they are at. This results in being more willing to go to class, get good grades, and even stay in school. A study done by Aaron Massoni of the College of DuPage found that participation in school activities leads to a higher self-esteem and enhanced status among peers. This functions as a deterrent to antisocial behavior. When students are involved in activities that bring them into contact with multiple people, they become invested in the activity and the people, which makes them more committed to their studies so they can function at a higher level in college. According to a study done by Sarah Rivers, through various after-school activities, students learn to respect themselves, and this leads to higher self-esteem. High self-esteem does not only improve social performance, but contributes to academic success as well. Many students say the reason they do not join extracurricular activities is because they need to focus on their schoolwork, but being involved outside of the classroom has a significantly positive impact on grades and overall GPA. This was found to be true in our class as well. 4 people said they are not involved because they do not have time, but according to Massoni, students who participate in extracurricular activities are 3 times more likely to have a grade point average of 3.0 or higher than students who are not involved. She also stated that participants in an after-school program has a positive effect on standard tests in math and reading, while receiving extra time to do homework did not have the same effect on achievement. This was shown in greater detail by Dr. James Knight, who found that students who have a GPA of 3.5 to 4.0 have an 80% participation rate, compared to GPAs of 3.0 to 3.49 with a 78% participation rate, 2.5 to 2.99 with a 75% participation rate, and 2.0 to 2.49 with a 71% rate. All these researchers have clearly outlined that being involved in activities at the school you attend, aside from the regular coursework, has a much greater impact on GPA than using that time to work on schoolwork. Similarly, a journal post by David Neal on ScienceAlert.com stated, "It might sound counterintuitive, but keeping busy is the key to completing tasks that would otherwise get abandoned. Those who stay busy are more likely to finish a task than those who are not busy, and if they miss a deadline, they're likely to go back and do the work anyways." Because, according to Cruz and colleagues, student engagement in activities has a statistically significant impact on persistence. Getting good grades is always important and beneficial, but GPA is not the only thing employers look at. They also heavily rely on experience when choosing a future employee. Getting involved in diverse activities can help a person find and secure a future career path. You may think you know exactly what you want to do after college, but how can you be certain if you have never had hands-on experience in that field? This is why it is essential to get involved in something pertaining to what you think your future job may be. An example of this would be if you think you may want to be a nurse, volunteer at a local hospital, or join a nursing club. This will give you hands-on experience and a chance to talk to others in that field of work, so you have a more accurate picture of what you are getting yourself into. Or maybe you're an architect major, but decide to join an aviation club because a friend asked you to join it with them. You could decide you want to be a pilot, even though it is something that has never crossed your radar before. If you can find something you enjoy doing because of a club or group you join in college, you're going to be so much happier in your career field and ultimately more successful. Not only can being involved help you figure out what you love to do so you can turn it into a career path, but it is more likely that you will be hired. Dr. Knight stated, "Employees are hiring students more on what they can do and less on their grade point average. If you have a stellar GPA, but it is the same as someone else applying for the job you are, and they have been getting hands-on experience for years in that field, who do you think they're more likely to hire?" In the competitive workforce today, especially as students that are trying to get into it straight after college, a history of experience or interest in your career field is essential. In conclusion, extracurricular activities are not just fun pastimes that people who have nothing better to do get involved in. They are essential to your time during and after your life at KU. Being involved in a club or group raises self-esteem because a person is happier when they are doing what they love with people who have the same interests they do. As high self-esteem is also crucial to staying mentally happy, and when you're mentally happy, all other aspects of your life will thrive. Even though it may seem like getting involved is taking time away from doing homework, doing constructive activities outside the classroom actually has a significant impact on grades and overall GPA. Many of you probably have a general idea of what you want to do after college, but you cannot be certain without getting hands-on experience first, and that experience is what is going to set your resume apart from the rest. This is why I'm urging you all to become involved in at least one extracurricular activity during your time at KU.